¿Qué onda? This is Hector El Chino Canales, and I'm bringing you a match from April 10th, 2011. It's an elimination 5-pack challenge. 5 men in the ring. Everybody versus everybody. It's got Hector, me, versus Willie Mack, versus Trigger Gonzales, versus Sexy Chino, versus American Oni. Before we get to the match, I wanted to give you guys background on what's happening during the match. This is actually the second match of the day for me. I had a previous match, but this match has its own story. I'm gonna try to focus just on this match, the second match of the night. Now, to give you some background, this was the usual for me. I was wrestling February 12th, February 13th. February 13th. I mean, going through this, March 12th. At this time, I'm really rocking and rolling. And to give you guys some background, back in January 2011, just 4 months prior to this match, I got hurt pretty bad. But I kept wrestling. After a few weeks, I finally went to the doctor. I was told that I probably had cracked ribs. If not cracked, then for sure they were bruised. I would dull the pain with alcohol. A month and a half later, after wrestling twice on a Sunday, I fell on my head, trying something in the ring I had never done before. I went months with my neck and ribs hurting. This is around the time I started abusing pain medication. I went nearly a whole year leading up to this match, wrestling every weekend. On many occasions, once on Saturday and twice on Sunday. Especially since my WWE tryout 5 or 6 months before this match, I was making some good money, finally. I had a full-time job, a very physical job, Monday nights to Friday nights. They'd call me, wake me up, trying to book me, and I'd tell them, no. I was tired. They heard WE was looking at me. I was saying no to their booking, so they offer me a little bit more. You know, what was I gonna do? Say no again? No, I was gonna take the booking. Plus, I would also be wrestling at my usual joints. I wasn't getting paid as much, but there was all I could drink, beer. And I was also stashing as many beer bottles or cans into my gear bag as possible. This was my life. There's also a drinking problem that was would fall off the rails sometimes. In a building dependency on Vicodins, I became very entangled and involved with. During this time, I had a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. The WE tryout that happened 5-6 months prior, it didn't go good for me. I worked very hard at it. I worked very hard into presenting this product, me, to a certain audience. But I wasn't able to showcase this product to that audience. Instead, I had a different audience. They were looking for luchadors. I wasn't a luchador. I was a wrestler. Just because I'm Latino, don't pigeonhole me. Anyway, so I didn't know at the time, but I guess I became a little destructive. And wrestling and other stuff was my escape. I started just acting not like myself. But again, wrestling and going out, keeping my mind busy on other stuff was the thing I started doing. I remember like this one wrestling road trip we did to Arizona. Luchasaurus was there. Bailey was there. She actually recorded me doing some crazy stuff. once we got to Arizona, I got drunk and partied the whole night. But the next morning was right away, I was in the hotel's gym working out, sweating everything out. I had only slept like 3 to 4 hours. And that night, I still went out and I tore the house down. Anyway, the footage is not so clear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the match and you guys will hear me say a few things of what is going on from my wrestling journal. On to the match. Everyone is in the ring. The four faces take a corner. American Oni, being the only heel, pisses off all the faces. So the faces jump him and toss him out. I, being very flamboyant and effeminate, start celebrating, hugging and touching everyone. They're not down with that. So they jump me and toss me out.
So, yeah.
And now here come the dives. Willie, being the last one, goes to dive and gets cut off by American Oni. This is the start of the heat. Trigger goes in, does a shine on American Oni. And pins him. As he celebrates, I cut him off. Everyone comes back into the ring. We work a little. Chino and Trigger do a spot. I push off Chino. Give Trigger my two amigos as I go for the famouser. Willie super kicks him. As Willie and I argue, Chino pins Trigger. I gorilla press Chino, drop him behind me, and celebrate. Willie had caught him and set him up for the power bomb. As he covers, I put my crotch in his face. He gets off and I cover Chino.
Hector Canales se quiere echar su chocolate.
Willie is pissed off. I start to soothe him. Soothe his spirit. Flirt. And put my leg on him. Willie waits. Then flips me over fast and hits me with the Rikishi driver. The match was 13 and a half minutes long. That was cool. Like Trigger said later on during the main event, we got a better pop and we didn't have to do a bunch of shit.